the melee. My worry for TT is that if Lucian goes down, their damage goes with it. So 1xN will need to be very, very protected and play very well. A little bit of damage coming through. The camp will reset, but the poke has gone to the side of NIP. What's happening here? Now, Orianna's getting the shove in mid lane. Level 2 hit from Nio because he gets that smite feather. Doesn't have much to deal with. He's going to go down for first blood. Pantheon takes it. Good smite from Nio, and TT bring 4 members to a party. 3 members to a party. That forward present.
Potential guy dive here. Doomby's got 6. They can look for this. 1xN with the barrier and the flash. Gonna have to burn both carefully. They used to heal early. Great jump forwards. Gets nothing there. Niket flashes out, and the turret heated up means nothing. NIP with a clean dive for Nio's Pantheon, and Nio from ahead is very, very dangerous. He's wonderful from that. Oops, is what we say about that one. Potential angle on in here with the Grand Star for Feather in danger. Don't think he's going to be given an opportunity to get out of this. I think this kill's going to be donated over to at least 1 extra member. Solo Kill is the one who's picking it up. NIP. On now, potentially engage onto Doomby, who's got an ult, got the passive to worry about with Braum, tries to play this one out cleverly with the Twilight Stride, and does so. Dawning Shadow comes across 3 members, Doomby re-engaging, Crescent Guard buys time, Doomby ignited but not down! 1xN gets the Akali, trades his life for it, but it was always looking dicey. You'll take what you can get.
Think about what I've done, sir.
Yeah, you're off, you've been taken out of timeout.
Yeah, I've been.
Are you sorry? TPing and they really want to die.
Setup can shockwave the wave. He can shockwave the wave. He doesn't even need to hit. They're going to go into turret. There is a shockwave to buy some time.
Needs to be carried. Careful, doesn't get anything. He's just going to go down. The dive comes on through. Niket will die to the turret. Does it execute?
Yeah, it does. Poor flash from Setup. Honestly, would have just been better off throwing a freaking auto. Doesn't get that much value down. And now with the 3 grubs, NIP will get a kill. Get themselves the turret. It'll be first turret, so it'll be towards the feat of strength.
But I don't think they have desire late game win condition this time, right? 1xN can dance best he can. And speaking of, maybe required to, as Hoya.
Nice, Hoya.
On in. That was really good. Leave is the one who died. Aki goes on in. Crescent Guard blocks out 4. Broad passive onto Solo Kill, who is certainly not in a solo scenario. And Aki gets the double.
Insane ult angle from Hoya. Hoya is a player which has often been my most criticized member of TT. But he had a series recently where he was deathless. His tank play has been very important to TT, playing front-to-back styles. Feather will spot out a couple of... Hang on, Feather, my dude. This is actually a little bit too far.
Got an unbreakable in a dream. Will get to stand behind 1xN. Flashes and dies. Awkward. Doomby now really deep, though, and is traded out.
Really nice from Setup to get that shield onto 1xN to give the shockwave. And honestly, trading Akali for Braum, you take that as TT, especially because that kill...
I could take him.
I could take him.
In a fight, right?
In a fight, right?
In a fight, right?
Turns out, actually, yes, it was in a fight. Glanced on the So he's having a much less happy time with things. Trying to get towards the blast cone. Will be able to use it against safety.
Yeah. Manages to ensure that they have a wonderful explosion out to safety. Hang on, grab Starfall though. An additional spear comes on through and pierces the heart of Braum.
Sets up on the sideline. Now going to get aggressed onto by Niket. Oh, it comes through. Niket, rather. Not another great shockwave. And it will be a 1 for none on the sideline. Niket doesn't die on the side.
He was potentially looking to see whether a wind becomes lightning over a wall could happen. Won't quite happen.
1xN going towards that mid lane, has Herald. This is actually important because NIP are not actually winning out on the overall gold trade. I mean, TT are happy taking the mid lane.
Dragon comes on, being attacked by Thunder Talk. Trying to set from Night out on the front line, gets a decimating smash down, interrupted actually onto Hoya into the back line, goes Doomby really deep, Dawning Shadow across the top of them, gets some value, but has to go straight back out again. All the while, 1xN trying to get the kill, does do so with the solo kill, and survives, leaves attempt on his life. Shockwave onto Nightcat, gets some value. They finally bring down the Lucian, but at what cost? In goes Doomby, trying to get some knockups. Flash on forward from Hoya, who's just on top of the Akali. Leave needs to run, hit by the command attack, the dissonance, and leaves Bones being jarred apart. He's hit by the big mechanical ball. Hoya, Roar of the Slayer, slow onto Sada, flash away, Curse of the Black Mist, and maybe, just maybe, Flash for Sada can't get inside the auto range, needs to get inside that passive, last embrace, Leave still running, teleport coming on through, and I think he's out.
Leave! I think Leave and 1xN, they are the 2 AD carries who have put themselves on the shortlist to really make something of themselves. Distance, I really love the way that Setup's using the Enchanter properties of the Orianna. Braum just goes wide.
Khan has been aggroed. A little bit wary of those resists being shredded. They're starting it.
Yeah. I mean, there's no depth charge now. That does hurt things a little bit. Look, this is the Intercarn angle. Hoya's coming across the side. The front line is massive. Zatab, if he gets himself a good shockwave, could do a hell of a lot of work. Great teleport behind, though, from Akali.
Really scary. Now Solo Kill coming on the flank angle as well. It's all going to get very ugly indeed. The damage is brutal. Doomby can kill them all. One extent trying to buy some time, but it's just not even found. The hourglass runs out of sand, and towards the Anagarn they go. It is Intercard hours, and Ninjas in Pyjamas put TT to bed.
Why would you do that, TT? What reason is there to do that? They can't close off all the angles. They get flanked by both solo laners, and TT, at such a lead, will now fall behind after an awful Atakan setup puts them behind.
That, I mean, yeah, you know what? It really fucking sucked. That's what we're going to say.
Yeah. It just does, and you know, I mean, we'll have to excuse our language as the co-stream. Turns out it's our party and we can do what we want.
Ah, genius.
We're very funny here, and we are not at all over-indexing on stuff.
Side lane plays.
Setup on side lanes has not been successful in today's game. Shockwave will cancel out the W. It's not bad, but it won't save him.
He's trying to run away with the phase rush for a little bit, gets himself a Seraph shield, but no angel on your shoulder is saving you from the pizza baker.
Does buy a lot of time to push out mid lane, though. Credit to TT. They'll get a mid lane in a turret. Setab dies pretty unceremoniously, going to 1 and 4, but the inner turret raises a really good point. It's not something you're tracking as much. The Senna stacks at this point of the game are absurd.
Oh, you are so right.
Not having to spend gold on boots because you're happy at just sitting around on your. Just easily will walk up and shred that tower. Tower's gone down. 2,000.
The rest of his team a chance to shred mid lane.
Look, I'm just saying, if you talk about champions in chat, don't you forget our queen of the Zersai Rek'Sai. I'm just saying, you don't leave her out of the conversation.
I mean, that turret's gone. It's just disappearing.
There you go. 3 grubs really helping with that. They get the extra adaptive force from the petals as well, remember? That definitely helps them. And Leave is just taking Orianna shields onto the Lucian. I just don't think that's the case now. Doomby is going to hit another E. Could take this back in and chooses to do so.
Lots of damage back. Gets the rocket belt forwards. Flash forwards into aid. Setup goes golden. Dawning Shadow is there. And buys Doomby a lot of time. Has his R back up. Finally knocked away. But onto over the wall. The Ignite finally brings him low. Had to blow the flash, did Aki. But all the while, Dragon's going down.
A lot of issues.
That it is. NIP now rewarding into the enemy jungle. A Comet Spear into Smite combo gets one. Aki now trying to step on forward, but Feather desperately low. Glacier Fisher comes on down. TT looking to try and trade from that 1xn. Needs to find an angle. The depth charge comes down on top of him, so can't get any autos off as yet.
Look at the range!
Just doing insane damage from 30 miles away. He's a railgun. International Aki is dead. Solo Kill gets it. Backline this Aatrox goes, and he is taking no prisoners. The world ender, at least the game ender. Leave flashes forward, can't quite get the damage down onto 1xn, but a lone survivor as Hoya's Ghost will finally burn on down. Tries to go towards that wave, should pick it on out.
This is like an all-time Senna stacking game. Right? I don't know how the hell he did that. We missed it for a little while. We should have really kept it closer.
This is something of my issue with TT in this current iteration going towards Lucian games. I don't think the 1xn has played per se a bad Lucian game, but the team is not coordinated and comfortable enough in the early game to actually snowball with it. They need 1xn on late game insurance because they just need to be able to get to this stage and just have the guy blast out DPS in a team fight, because I don't know whether they've got the skill set to do it any other way. Hoya, this Siren has actually had a pretty good game on that champion. Closest member in gold to his opposite number. In comes the Grand Starfall. Nayo looking for a backline angle. The H-Sun comes on down. They're trying to turn on to the Crescent Guard comes on down. Nayo flashing on out for a little moment. Doomby chunk low, shockwave onto him. The Akali goes golden, but I think Doomby is going to die. That's pretty significant. Now Nayo, remember, very low. Doesn't have a lot of those cooldowns. Leave though. Dangerous. Potentially going to get some value. Got stunned up! Oh, the Lucian gets 2! It's not over! It's not over! Solo Kill caught up, and Setup gets another!
I am speechless. I'm legitimately speechless. A minute 30 edge just yet, and there's a Baron. But NIP have lost gold on this Baron push. And with it dying off now, they can't use that to brute shove the rest of the way.
Oh! Leave! Not again! No, leave! Survives this time. Just about out. Cullen comes across the wall. He's low, but not now. Dawning Shadow comes across. Does a fair amount of damage. Setup is going to be caught in that. Goes gold. Means the Solo Kill's gone very deep. Aki into the backline. Crescent Guard goes on down. Grand Starfall coming back in. Solo Kill gets over the wall. Doomby this time. Flashing away. Brawl passive. 1xn gets the autos. Vigilance passive blocking. Leave from 30 miles away. Doing his best, but 1xn not touched. Hoya gets the knock up. It's a 3v3. And I think, unfortunately, for the side of Thunder Talk, Leave this time survives the onslaught.
Setab almost made the hero play. The flash shockwave onto Leave. Put himself in front of everyone. Remind me, he's gone towards some support items instead of full tank as well to help out his AD carry.
Right
which
choice,
is completely the correct. I don't see many people going toward this kind of build. Be huge value.
Setup! Oh, my day's gone golden, but he does have a flash. He needs to be potentially better. Going low. Glacial Vision buys time. Look at Solic on the other side, very low. Gets a massive heal, though. My God. Trying to get some potential come through. Keep one alive. Feather is dead. Trying to get some value, but they've lost 2. And 1xN just can't find the kills in NIP. Finally bring down Aki and Feather.
Be playing by NIP and TT. While they won't lose the game here, it's another crushing loss from them.
You do need someone to bring regular anti-heal. Doesn't mean those shockwaves are more utility than raw damage against the tankier members in particular. Banshee's Veil being built towards by Doomby's got the Verdant Barrier, another inhibitor turret down, and Leave now at 199 stacks.
Jesus Christ.
Where's the 200 coming?
Well,
there it is.
And that 200 stacks on Senna. Folks, very rarely will you see this on a fasting Senna. This is a farming Senna. Flash forward from Aki.
And Leave just gets to stand back. Still got the Dawning Shadow. They try to run away. TT pull the trigger to no avail. Doomby in the backside. Redemption comes up down. Doomby goes golden. One extent trying to get some mortar down. Gets the culling down, but there's no damage to be found. The only thing being culled is his own team's base and life bars. Towards the Nexus turrets we go. Feather down. 5v4. Thunder Talk must do the unthinkable. Kill off the weapon to end all weapons. Leave as a Metal Gear. Kojima, take notes. He's throwing out shot after shot after shot. And the piercing darkness will throw Thunder Talk into the long, long dark of a game lost, you have to imagine.
I mean, there's no Akali ult coming up in a couple of seconds. Great hook from Nightcat. Kills off Setab, and that will be the end of the game. Ninjas of Pyjamas fire back on their home stage and take a win against their ex-jungler in Aki on TT.